So let's return to Frankfurt, where Ulrich Bartz is waiting by to give us a bit of a sense of today's European trading day. As we speak, the markets in Europe are doing pretty well, as it were, taking their cue from a very good trading day on Thursday on Wall Street. We'll get that in a little bit while, but let's get to see what's going on at the Asian markets, give you a sense of that. It's already evening time across the Asian region. Stocks closed there today with the Shanghai Composite lower to about 3,005, while the Shenzhen Composite declined 0.68%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng Index gained 1.18% as of its final hour of trading. The South Korean Kospi rose 0.29%, and the Japanese Nikkei 225 closed 0.6% slimmer. Let's check back with Frankfurt, where Ulrich Bartz is standing by. Ulrich, sorry, it's been a bit of a technical of hitch there today. But let's get this conversation going. Give us a sense of where we are right now. I'm trying to check through the market for today. The German DAX is looking green as we speak right now. Bring us up to speed here as this market takes its cue from the all-time highs that we saw on Wall Street yesterday.
That's right. I mean, the all-time highs reached on Wall Street yesterday. The market not exactly on fire, but in record-breaking territory. And the market here not on fire either. The DAX is going up by about 0.5%, 13,374 points, and some 250 points shy of the record here. And not a lot of people at the moment still betting on the fact that we'll see a record for the DAX this year. There's slim trading days ahead. Next Monday they'll be trading, then the 31st and the 1st of January the market will be closed. And then, of course, you already have 2020. But the conditions are not all that bad. The DAX has had a great run 2019 after a very disappointing 2018 where things went downhill, especially in the last part of the year. A surprising upsurge this year, and the DAX making good some 25%. This, of course, partly because investors were looking for returns on their investments, not finding them, depositing the money in the bank or buying bonds and looking for equities. And, of course, also always backing the equity story here in Germany as well. The very good monetary policy by the central bank to provide money, and of course also hopes that a trade deal at some point will be reached in an agreeable state that will benefit the economy, and that maybe a chaotic Brexit can be avoided. And I think this hope, this optimism, or let's say the weighing in for the optimistic side of the story, that's what's driving the markets here in Europe today. When we look beyond just the day in the markets, we see another huge story brewing, especially here in Frankfurt, but with worldwide repercussions. At 5 p.m. European time, Central European time today, union reps from the cabin crew of Lufthansa will be announcing how they intend to go on strike. And they already announced that there will be a strike by cabin crew in the last days of the year. And that means today we have the 27th. That's basically starting tomorrow, perhaps, in the night or the day after, and possibly going into the new year as well. A travel-heavy time, and hitting travelers who are probably not in the most case business people, who make up the bulk of traveling in a lot of other time periods, but people going to see relatives, coming back from seeing relatives, a vacation in a further off place. And there will be major disruption, there could be major disruption for these people, depending on how far the cabin crew go. They know they have to put pressure on management at Lufthansa in order to get concessions on pay and on employment conditions. And Lufthansa knows it has to keep those concessions down because profit for the first 9 months of the year has been horrible. It's gone down from 1.8 billion euros in 2018, the first 9 months of the year, to just 1 billion euros in the first 9 months of 2019. I think another story interesting to tell, reading the paper today, I came across an article, Handelsblatt, the German financial daily, showing that some German companies are really not showing that great a performance. The article dealt with the 100 most valuable companies in the world, those with the most market cap. And the new number one, of course, is Saudi Aramco, reaching some $1.9 trillion in market cap, in market value, clearly the number one. And the first German company to appear on this list of 100 is the software maker SAP. That comes in at number 49. It still is a heavyweight here in Germany, but really not that impressive internationally. And Siemens, a household name here, a maker of infrastructure and all sorts of interesting and vital technology used around the world, comes in at number 98. Back to you, Bosun.
Thank you so much, Ulrich Bax from the Frankfurt Stock Exchange. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day and the weekend. U.S. stocks index futures are looking green as we speak. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, the S&P 500, and the Nasdaq all looking very positive, and that looks like a very positive opening day on Wall Street. Meantime, the farming early warning systems network is forecasting a big portion of Zimbabwe running from the southwest to the northeast faces what they call the phase 3 food crisis after a poor start to the country's rainy season. We start from November to March. The USAID-funded FuseNet says in a statement that phase 3 is just 2 steps down from a full-blown famine. The forecast for the region is for below average rainfall, and parts of the DRC, as well as Madagascar, Mozambique, and Malawi would also be affected. FuseNet says this is particularly bad for Zimbabwe, where the poor macroeconomy is negatively affecting planting and germination rates. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.